solo and play leads using the pentatonic scale. In particular, I'm going to get into the pentatonic minor scale for this lesson. So basically, this video is for those of you who already know the scale, maybe you've just learned it, and you're trying to figure out what to do with it. To demonstrate this, I'm going to use my looper pedal to record a simple power chord progression on the A string 0, 3, 5, 3, which are the power chords A, C, D, C. And while that is being played over and over again, I'm just going to play the pentatonic minor scale, starting on the 5th fret, because we're in the key of A minor. Now, in my opinion, that already is starting to sound pretty cool, and all I did was play through the scale, which you've probably already done many times. So now let's mix it up and play through the scale again, but this time do it twice as fast. Okay, cool. So now let's start using some lead guitar techniques. Let's start with a bend. Bend on the 7th fret of the G string. And if you don't know what a bend is, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just pluck the string and push your finger up on the fret as you're plucking it. So you're basically producing a note that's higher up. And let's experiment with this a little bit. So I'm just playing around with the bend here and coming back down and playing some other notes that are within the same scale. And again, I think that is sounding pretty cool. And the reason this sounds cool is because when you bend that 7th fret on the G string, you're basically bending it up into the note of the 8th fret, which is the blues note. So now you're really playing the minor blues scale instead of just the pentatonic minor scale. And that is pretty much what guitar soloing is. You figure out what key you are playing in, and then you find the appropriate scale for that key. You then go through the scale, and yeah, you just express yourself through the guitar. It's a lot like singing. Whenever someone is singing, there is, a piece, whether it's played on piano or guitar or whatever it may be, and the person who's singing sings over the top of the instruments. And typically, you're going to have to do this in key. And if you were to break down what notes that person is singing, it's going to be through the scale, just like the guitar. The difference is the guitar has a capability of producing sounds that the voice can't. And, you can play a lot faster than you can sing, and there's a lot more you can do on guitar than you can do in vocals. So anyway, that is that. Head over to guitarcram.com if you need to see a more in-depth overview of each of the scales if you're not familiar with them. And if you also want to see these techniques laid out in a book form, there's an ebook called The Beginner's Guide to Guitar Solo over there. And if you're interested in any one-on-one lessons, contact me there as well. All right, talk to you soon.